bad I didn't record that little chat. Oh well. We're gonna also start recording our meetings, and if you miss a meeting, you're gonna have to watch the whole meeting and take notes. So be prepared for that. You still will lose points though, and that's still a thing. So, are there any questions? No. We're all good. Cool. Cool. I do truly like all of you, and we just gotta fix it. We gotta fix it. It's just like a job, right? Okay. Let me get back to the prizes are just going to stay the same for this month, and we'll reevaluate next month because hopefully we'll have some people step up. So yeah, thank you for bringing them back. That's my other thing. If you have a prize, make sure you bring it back at the next one. Cool. Elaine is on Zoom. Treasure report. Okay, here, do you want me to unmute you? I don't know if I can or if I can just ask you to. Her mouse froze, and so she's trying to unmute herself.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
I think you're on the meet.
Wait, can you hear me? I joined on my phone now.
There we go.
Okay. Bryce, do you want me to talk about the TCF now, or because I noticed it was later on the agenda?
If you want to have discussion, wait. If you just need to tell them information, go now.
Okay. So basically, I want to brag major on my committee right now because this week I reached out to each of them individually. I gave them an assignment, and every single one of them got the job done, responded back to me, and it was great. So I asked each of them to do some research on our financial planning series, and I gave them each a topic such as like credit, saving, 401k, student loans, etc. And they did their research, and so now we have all of that done, which is great. We also decided as a group that the format for our videos will be a whiteboard with a voiceover. I don't know if any of you have seen like ASAP Science on YouTube, but it's kind of going to be similar to that. I also reached out to the HCCI, which is like housing, credit, something else that starts with a C. Yeah. And they're going to work with us too. They're like a professional organization that helps people with finances and stuff. So that's great. This week, Bryce, Christian, and I are going to meet with Cloud Astra finally. Yay. To like finalize our partnership, figure out how much we need to buy, how much we should like charge, etc. Just lay out all the details. So that project is finally wrapping up. And then a couple weeks ago, Bryce, me, and Adrian met with the Topeka Community Foundation again to also kind of finalize our partnership as well. And we decided that we were gonna do the project proposal route, if you guys remember that, where we'll ask the youth to submit project proposals for a project. And we also decided that it's gonna be maximum of $2,000 each, because we have a total of $10,000. So we can give at least 5 youth money to kind of support their project, which is great. But later we're going to have to decide on a theme for our project, what we want to do. There's some examples, I'll read them later, but it's like mental health, events, Instagrammable locations, outdoor structures, murals, stuff like that. And then we'll submit those to the Topeka Community Foundation for approval. And then we'll start opening up the project proposals in the near future. Abby said she was going to submit a contract to us in the coming days, so that's also exciting to get that finalized and set in stone. And that's pretty much all I have for now.
Cool. Do we have questions for Elaine? Sweet. Renee. Okay. Come on up here, buddy.
So I really only have one thing to talk about, and it's the Topeka Voting Coalition. At this point, right now, it's like I'm like trying to communicate with all these like organizations around Topeka, and I'm pretty sure I'm planning on having a meeting with them this weekend. And then I also thought that I think the government subcommittee could get another project to work on. This past month it wasn't as busy and we didn't do as much work as compared to before. And yeah, and I think we can delegate that when we begin the new discussions, the new business.
Yeah. Mackenzie.
You're gonna do my committee first, or like the things in my committee first, or the one with partners with Oscar?
Oh shoot, Oscar. Yeah, you and Oscar can like tag team, or Oscar do your committee and then you'll tag team, and then Mackenzie will go.
Okay.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Barely.
Barely.
Talk aloud.
What about now?
At the minimum, that. But if you can go a little louder, that'd be great.
Okay, so basically for my committee, me and Mackenzie had a phone call the other night, and we finally decided on a thing to do, and that is a speaker series for our Facebook and our IGTV. So the speaker series will include like the TYC members, so that way we all have a task for some of the TYC members in our own committees. But there will be 6 to 8 videos, and for each video there will be a topic that has to do with mental health. And for each topic, 2 TYC members will research that topic and then talk about it in a video. So either talk about what they learned, give tips and ideas. So, I mean, there's not that much to it. It's pretty easy. But we hope to start that soon. I know me and Mackenzie will be recording the first video together. That way, the rest of the TYC members have an idea of what they're doing. But I know that for the first video, the topic is going to be unplugging from the online world, self-care. So, yeah, I don't know if Mackenzie wants to add anything else to that.
Not really, that's about what it is.
All right. You can come on up and give your. Well, we'll just ask questions.
So for the involvement committee, we have a few other projects going on that a few members have reached out to me and started. So would you like to start first?
So I contacted the Humane Society and asked what they needed to be done around there. So they said that you could create castle boxes out of cardboard. So just cat castles. And then dog treats, you can make homemade dog treats. And then for the next meeting, I'll come like 30 minutes beforehand and we can make cat toys for it. And all of those you can bring all of those to the next meeting so I can drop them off at Humane Society.
Can you send in the group chat just like examples so we can all see?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So the next member is one of our new members, Riley. Let's see.
Okay, so my idea is I'm calling it the backpack project, but that's subject to change. So basically, I just want to put together like backpacks with stuff like to do for kids, like coloring books and like little toys and things. And like as far as who to give it to, I was thinking like foster kids or like kids in the rescue mission, like kids that will actually benefit from it. But I'm not like sure what to put in it, so I want to talk to people like at the rescue mission or at like foster care centers and things like that, so that we're giving them things that are actually useful and not just a bunch of stuff, you know. Okay, but that's pretty much all I have because I just had this idea like last week, so I'll give the information to you.
I have a contact at the rescue mission, and so I will introduce you to Lonnie.
Fantastic.
Okay, so the other thing was doing an outside cleanup, so you guys can actually understand what I'm saying. To do an outside cleanup like at Shawnee Lake. However, when I did a poll for the entire group, only 4 people were really interested. So I'm not sure if it's worth spending the time for that and planning it all out if only 4 people are interested. So is that something we're still interested in at all? Yes, no. Could we raise our hands so I can get a count so I know? The time, so would it be a date thing? Like, should we move it towards like September, October? Because I know it'd one be cooler. We could spend a little bit more time with it.
Yeah, well, I'm also thinking that's another big factor. It's super hot outside right now, so people might be like middle of the day. Cause like, most
Yeah.
people either work in the morning or like at
Night,
the
yeah.
middle of the day is all we really have.
Yeah. Maybe October.
But it's not like in the forefront of my mind, you know?
Yeah, because I know like college has started up and I'm like got crazy with classes trying to balance out everything. So I didn't know if that was an issue with it or not. So maybe just putting that on next month's talk. Okay. All right. And then basically the last thing was that mental health project that me and Oscar are working on, which he gave a pretty good description on what it is. And everything's pretty much ready. We just got to get together and do that video, kind of just an example video, and then watch your emails because that's how it's going to go out. All the partners have already been chosen. Everything's all ready to go.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
How long are those videos going to be?
Anywhere from 3 to 7.
Do you think that's a good time, or do you think that's too long and too short?
I think more towards like the 3, like probably like 5 and under, honestly, to keep people's attention.
People to watch a video for like, just sit there and watch it for a period of time that's not like recreational, you know?
Yeah. We also varied it on kind of depending on what topic you have. If you have a lot to say, so. Yes.
Well,
Well.
there's a lot of different video series. So there's a podcast video series. There's this mental health video series. I think there's another.
Fundraiser.
Financial
Yeah.
finance video series.
And then there's also the mask.
COVID has moved a lot of things to video series.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They're not all
What are you guys doing with the fun?
We'll get
Sorry, how did your taxes and masks?
Yeah. Is that all the questions?
Any other questions? It's controlled.
Okay.
Cool.
Time for my video series. Oh God, Brent.
Okay, so my video series was like the mask TikTok, so not really a video series, but we've been working on those, and we have one more to film. We have one more to film, which I'm actually gonna use some of you guys maybe after the meeting, if you want. And then we also worked on getting. I just can't read, never mind. And then another thing our subcommittee started talking about what we're gonna be like posting for next month.
And so right now we're either leaning towards working with Renee's subcommittee on looking, like, and posting about the candidates about voting, because I know that's something we talked about with you. And then another thing that was brought up was doing like students, like student discounts and like student studying materials and like things for coming back to school and information like that. And then that's it.
That was very nice.
Does anybody have questions about any of those reports? Cool. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna turn my video off real quick because I have to pick up my computer and yeah, I don't need that close up, you know. Okay. Because I need to pull up an email really quickly. And we're gonna knock this out in like 30 seconds. It's gonna be great. Cool, here we go. So the city is ready to make face masks. As you guys have all been waiting for, they finally have the materials. So I just need to run through the list of people and make sure everybody is still good or not good. So Ashton is no longer on the youth commission, so she is not good. Okay. Sailor, still good. Carla. Amberly. Sorry, I lost my spot. Okay, Riley, Riley, you want to take her spot? Mackenzie. McKenna has since left.
I have a question.
Yes.
How many do we each make individually, and how, like, when do we have to have them done by?
So she said, this is the email. She said, "Thank goodness we were finally able to secure all the necessary materials to assemble face cloth masks for senior citizens in Topeka. Please confirm that these volunteers listed below are still willing to assist in the project. Upon receipt of their willingness to assist, we will begin making deliveries. Please tell the volunteers to expect a phone call from my office regarding the delivery information. In the packs, there'll be gloves to wear, facial masks for the commissioners, which I have, bandanas, hair ties, brown paper bags, and then you watch the instructional video and a symbol. It says 50 plus neighbors, so I would assume there's going to be it divided up between all of you.
Okay.
But there's a lot of you.
And
So
there's no date when they need them by?
I don't know. She sent this email a while ago, so we're catching up.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Lorraine?
Yes.
Daniel?
Sorry, no, I thought you were asking me.
Harley? Is she on? Harley? Harley?
Harley's on there. You should be what shares, but
Sorry, I was
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
get to my mouth enough. Yeah, I'm.
Okay, still good. Xavier's not on, so. Oh, is he on yet? I don't think so. Nope. Okay. Shay? Emma? Shamel?
Yeah.
Cool. Amelia? Michael? Nope, not on the youth commission. LOL. And Brett. Okay.
At my house, I have like a little half finished mask, so are those okay to like?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll add you. Do you want more, or like you just want to finish what you have? Okay. Sweet. So I will update that list, and you should be expecting a phone call. And if you have any questions, let me know, unless they're about the masks, and then you should ask Monique, who will be calling you. Cool. Video for the mayors, you know. I'm kind of ready to move past it. We're struggling to find the videos for it. So is anybody hard pressed on keeping that? I feel like we've all moved on and we all have enough stuff that we're doing that we don't need to add something else on, another video project. Okay. Reading a book. Was anybody still interested in doing that for the TYC social media?
Do you want us to see you again?
Not yet.
Okay.
Sorry. Does anybody still want to do that? Read a book. Cool. We'll move past it. Okay. The DA's office. Harley, did we have a group chat already for that?
Yes,
Okay.
we do.
Is everybody in the, can you add me to that if I'm not on there?
I believe you're added to it. Let me check.
Would you look at that? Thanks. Is anybody on here not want to be on here anymore?
That's the thing about the talking to him about like sexual assault and stuff, right?
Yes.
I want to be on it, but I'm not.
Okay, I'll add you to it.
Okay.
Got it. Beat you. Sorry. Oh, did we both add you? Okay, it's fine. Does anybody else want to be added / taken off? Yeah. Does anybody else want to be added or taken off? Cool. Harley is going to be your point person on that, just so you know. And I will email the DA soon.
Shamel, you're already on it.
Oh, hello. Well, you ready?
Sorry if
Oh,
I said
I think it's because I just added her.
Oh, you did?
Yep, and I added Riot.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Anything else
I
with the
thought I
DA?
added them and it's not.
Oh, okay. Anything else with the DA? Okay. Youth live stream. So this is going to be another thing we're going to knock out here real quick. So the Topeka Youth Project, another youth organization in Topeka, was nice enough to include us in on their podcast. So this is the podcast thing. I have to find out where I put it. But my feet. It's really uncomfortable to stand up here, so I'm like, okay. So on the 1st, which is coming up, we're doing the mentor system. Does anybody else besides Harley and Mackenzie want to talk about the mentor system? Does somebody want to explain it? It wasn't my idea on the board. Does somebody want to better explain it? Okay. The mentor system, as I understand it, is basically providing at-risk youth with a mentor in the community. So it could be like somebody on the youth commission and just providing mentorship opportunities.
How would that work? Like, are we going to be meeting with them in person? Is it going to be like they get our social media and we like talk through their phone number? Or
so how these podcasts are working is you would join via Zoom, and then they are hyping it up more than a Zoom meeting, and it'll be like the DA, or not the DA board, the mental health, where they can have people like come into the screen and do closed captioning and take people out of the screen based on who's talking, and do cool visual effects with it. And so you're not necessarily implementing a mentor system, so don't think you're like doing that. You're just giving the youth perspective on things that you want to see happen in the community.
okay.
So is anybody else interested in talking about the mentor system? We can change the name. What would you like the name changed to?
If we're giving our opinions on different, yes.
So you want to change the whole, like, you want to change just the name of the first
I
one?
just feel like mentorship is the same.
Well, these are just the topics for the overall podcast. Like the first one, we're talking about mentorship in the community. The whole video series is not called mentorship. Yeah. So it's all a youth live stream, and then this is the first topic. Okay. The second one is the Humane Society. Right now, I just have Amelia. I need at least 2 for everyone. So is there 1 or more people that want to talk about the Humane Society? Lindsay? Is there anybody else? These happen on every Tuesday of the month. This one is on the 8th of September at 7 p.m. and they're on Zoom, FYI. Anybody else want to talk about the Humane Society? Zoom people, we're all good still? Okay. Drug abuse. Does anybody want to talk about drug abuse in Topeka? Anybody else? Anybody on Zoom? Okay. Anybody want to talk about the environment? I need 2 or more people. Shay? Environmental issues. Anybody else? I need 1. Literally anything you want to talk about. It's your conversation. Well, I still want 2 people. I don't want you to be the only one. You're already on 2 of it. Do you want to do another one? Okay. Yeah. First Friday art walks. Who wants to talk about those? If you're not on one, you should get on one. Okay. First Friday art walks. You can talk about why they're good, how we can increase youth involvement, why they're not good, how we can improve them. Literally anything you want. Does anybody on Zoom want to talk about First Friday art walks or how we can increase youth in NODO? Carla, okay. Teen parenting. How we can improve that in Topeka, how we can give young moms, Christian would like to talk about the First Friday, okay. There's gonna be adult leaders on the podcast too, so it's not like you driving the whole conversation. You do have backup. Yeah, you can disagree. Would anybody like to talk about teen parenting? Teen parenting. No? Okay, we're gonna just change that topic then. I don't know what we'll change it to. But. Financial planning.
I'll talk about it.
Anybody else? Hey, Elaine.
Yes.
Your first project is to find 2 other people in your subcommittee to talk with you.
2?
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks. All right. Getting your first job. Who would like to talk about that?
I would.
Who was that? Harley?
Yeah.
Anybody else? I need at least 1 more person to talk about getting a first job. What's hard about it? What could make the process easier for you?
I can.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Voting and youth apathy. Who would like to talk about voting? Not Oscar. Renee. Who else would like to talk about voting? I'll talk about it. Anybody else want to talk about youth voting? Okay. Anybody on Zoom? All you people that are just sitting there? Y'all have beautiful ceilings, by the way. Anybody want to talk about? Yeah, that was a good one. Does anybody want to talk about youth voting? Fine. All right, the next one is sexual health and awareness. I already have 2 people, but if anybody else would like to talk, I can definitely have more. So this can be anything like, I don't know. You would like to? Okay. All right, anybody else? It could be like providing feminine products for free or condoms for free or redefining sex education, literally whatever you want. Okay, adulting 101. Anybody would like to talk about that? Or like maybe the lack of it in public schools, like how we can. Do you want to talk about it? Adulting 101. So like, are you prepared leaving high school to be an adult? And how we can fix it. Like, do you know what a 401k is? Do you know what a credit card is? Do you know how to do taxes? Does anybody else want to talk about adulting 101? It's kind of like finances, kind of. Okay. We might volunteer some people there. Disability awareness. Would anybody like to talk about that? Harley? And I already have you. Yep.
So I knew someone, I don't think she's in the team like me, but I met her through the Watchmen Academy. I invited her to it.
Yeah.
She was doing a project.
Yeah. Just I would need her name and email. All right. Next topic is tree planting and food gardens. Shay? Who else? Is Madison Landry here? Are you interested in it? I know. Okay, so I'll put you down for environment. Would you rather talk about tree planting and food gardens or environment? I don't care. The planting one? Okay, I'll add you to that. Are you okay with that? Okay. See how easy this is when you're in person? It just... Everything. Who is I adding? Madison. Anti-bullying and cyberbullying. Who wants to talk about it? None. So I need anti-bullying and cyberbullying.
I have a question.
Yes.
How is this, like, these different, like, podcasts going to work, and how many can we sign up for? Because I know I'm already on 2.
You can sign up for as many as you want, but I am, like, you all heard my spiel earlier, so I'm trying to get everybody involved. Christian, I got you down. So you can sign up for as many as you want, but if you're not signed up for one, you should try to be in one. It's literally 30 minutes to an hour. It does not take long in your own room talking about something that you're passionate about.
So would it be like Zoom over Zoom or something like that?
Yeah, you join via Zoom.
Okay.
At 7 o'clock p.m. on a Tuesday night.
Okay, I'm kind of...
Yeah, what's up?
I'm kind of confused. So, do you, like, let us know when it's going to be, like, our topic and then we join, or?
Yeah, so I posted a picture in the group chat, and so that has all the dates already. I'm just filling in the spots, and so I'll send this to you all filled out once I have it filled out. And then basically, I'm not organizing it. The Topeka Youth Project is. We're just supplying members to talk about stuff.
Okay.
So what'll happen?
That makes sense.
Yeah, what'll happen is they will talk. They'll reach out to you and give you the link, and you'll join via Zoom. And then it's actually
StreamYard, I think it's called. And it just allows them to do some cool effects with the Zoom. So it's not like a regular Zoom meeting. It's more interactive. Yeah. Yeah. No. Okay.
Okay.
So you guys just have to speak up. No shame. I got up here and yelled for 30 minutes. So it's fine.
For the thing you're just talking about, are they gonna be live like how the mayor thing was?
What do you mean?
Not the mayor thing,
The gun violence?
sheriff thing that I did when you were talking to you, but it was live.
Yeah, like on Facebook. Yeah. It's that exact same thing. Yep. What was I adding you to? Noda. So this takes us all the way to the end of the year. There's 2 more, but the last one's pretty full. So it's been a long day. Body positivity is the last one that I still need people for. Who else? Ivisha, Maureen. Anybody else besides these 2? Mackenzie? Anybody on Zoom? Okay. If you guys want to be added later, the last one is mental health, but I already have 4 people for it. So there's already, yeah, so it's me, Shamel, Bryn, and Sailor. But if mental health is a huge one, there's also, they're doing a mental health series. Who's doing it? Somebody's doing it. Yeah, they're doing it. So if you want to be on some mental health stuff, there you go. All right, any questions about that podcast video series? We're calling it a podcast. It's not an actual podcast. Okay. August 20th opportunity is the next thing on the agenda.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody
Karina, I got it. Yeah, you're good. Thank you for asking that. I got you though. So let me put you back here. I don't think I need my computer for a little while. Yeah, hold on. So, as you guys have already figured out, it is August 24th. We were supposed to have an event August 20th that we were all supposed to show up at and hold a booth at. We weren't there, so our booth was empty. That's okay, because other people didn't show up, so I just blamed it on COVID, which is kind of true, because there was a lot of people there. So,
Are you talking to us?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but I can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
I can't really hear you either.
No, nobody can hear me. Can you hear me now? Yeah, okay, I'm getting thumbs up. So, August 20th, T-minus 4 days ago, we were supposed to have a booth. We weren't there. It was fine. Luckily, it wasn't. Luckily, there was like 40 people and there was a few booths empty. So, luckily, it was not a big deal that we missed it. This is why we're using Google Calendar now. So if you don't know what that is, you should have watched a video and taken a quiz on it. Yes, we all did that. No, we have not, but you should have all done that. So we're using Google Calendar now. You can accept events and decline events. Don't click maybe if it's a no, because I will reach out to you. And so when I reach out to you, if you say, oh, no, I can't be there, I just didn't want to say no, that defeats the purpose of saying that. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Somebody didn't know that today. Okay? He said, oh, I just clicked maybe, so that way you wouldn't get mad. Makes me mad when I have to call you an hour before and I'm like, you're still maybe, what are you doing? Okay, so we're going to start using that so that way we can keep track of all all the event opportunities. So I will have the exec team help me out, and we'll make events for all of these live streams, and you'll get an event notification, like come to this event on Tuesday, 7 p.m. for your video. Okay. So that's how we're going to be, all the events. I have every single TYC meeting from like now till 2025 on there. So
Wow.
you know where they are.
Very fun events.
Yeah. Well, I just click recur monthly all the way. You know? So you could probably go to like 2030 and it'll be there. But you're invited to all of them. So accept them if you can be there. If you accept them, then you're required to be there because you said you would be there. It's like a verbal confirmation. Okay, same thing. So that's how we're going to fix that problem. And then the last thing is coordinate training time. And we're just going to build that into our meeting right now. So no worries there. Leo's opportunity. So Zoom people, you're going back without seeing me because I need my computer. So there's a really cool opportunity, and you have the opportunity to get paid for it. Not all of you though, because you don't all qualify. Sorry. So it is called Our Voices Matter, and it is recruiting high school students for a paid research opportunity. So you guys are the first ones to hear about this, I believe. So I need answers ASAP, but you do not need to answer out loud because some of these are kind of personal questions. So you can just text me individually or send me an email. That's totally fine. But I'm just going to read this to you. So thank you for sharing this with your fellow youth commissioners. My friend is doing a research about education and would like to interview a handful of either current high school students or recent high school graduates. So you all fit the age range. So no worries there. I ask that you share it with 2 to 3 peers. So this also goes for your peers. So please share this information with your friends if you think they'd qualify. In order to qualify for the research study, you need to qualify as one of these categories. So you need to be either racially or an ethnic minority. You need to belong, you only have to qualify for one of these. So you're in one of these categories, okay? So you can either be, that's a weird way to put it, but you have to be either a racial or ethnic minority, belong to a low income household, have low grades in high school, have disciplinary history in high school, feels disengaged from their current learning environment. Please do not lie about these. It's a college study, so you will mess up the results. And it's only a $30 Amazon gift card, which is a lot, but like, please do not screw up a whole research study just because you want $30. That makes sense. Any students willing to be interviewed will need to fill out the form below. Please forward this to only those who you think will take this seriously and actually fall into one of the categories below. If you participate in the study, you do have to be interviewed. You will get a $30 Amazon gift card for your participation. If you are interested, please text me along with the category or categories you fall under, and I will send you all the background information and then get you in contact with the people that are putting on the form or the research study. And then the form, I just pulled it up. It looks like email address, first name, grade, and then you have to live in the United States. And then there's more questions after that. I don't know where it goes because I don't want to fill it out because I don't qualify. So if you are interested, yeah, you got a question. What's up?
Yeah, I have a question. So when they say have bad grades, does that mean now or like ever in our high school career?
I think it's ever. So it's trying to figure out how they can help the public education system. So if you were like failing out for a year, they'd love to talk to you about it.
Do you know how long the study lasts?
I do not. I think it's just a one-time interview.
Oh, okay.
Does it have to be in person?
No, it's on Zoom. They live in New York, so that'd be a journey. Who is calling me? Yeah. So it's on Zoom. I think your video will have to be on. Some of you, that's a hard topic, I know, but it's a research study. So, any questions about that? Okay, perfect. No. Topeka, oh my gosh, Topeka Community Foundation. Do we still need to talk about that, Elaine?
Yeah, we need to decide on a topic.
Yeah. So, for those of you that were confused by Elaine's thing, she did a really good job at explaining it. Youth proposals. So basically, in the real world, which we are all now a part of now that you're on the youth commission, in order to get money for your grant, you have to submit a project proposal. So, excuse me. COVID. No, it's my son.
I'm going to put your mask on.
I'm 6 feet away. So, what were we even talking about? Proposal. So in order for your company to get money, you have to write a proposal that says how you're going to use that money. Then you have to use that money how you said you were going to use that money, and then you have to follow up and show that you actually use that money how you said you were going to use that money. Yes. So you can't like say $500 to build a garden, $300 for seeds, $200 for dirt, and then go buy a MacBook. That's not how. Yeah, you can't do that. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So we need to pick a topic. Otherwise, you're going to get everything from like bringing the zoo into Topeka to painting a wall black. Like you're going to get everything. So we need to narrow it down. Elaine, did you have some ideas for how we could narrow it down?
Yeah, so it can either be really, really broad or really narrow, but here's the list of stuff that my committee came up with. So we have Instagrammable locations, murals, mental health, innovation, events, food, outdoor structures, outdoor study/meeting locations, and the environment. And I mean, people can add to that if there's anything else.
So we have to pick a topic.
But that's not a real.
But so, okay, you're too far. So we have to pick a topic first. And so if the topic was murals, then we would have $10,000 that we could only give to murals.
Oh.
So we have to pick a single topic, and then that topic is how all that money gets spent. So if you picked murals, then you could do that. Or you could pick Instagrammable locations, like Elaine said, and then anything that like makes Topeka more beautiful.
There can't be two topics. It has to be one.
I think
We could do two, but typically you choose one.
I think we should make it more broad. Like innovation, I feel like you could put a lot under that, but it still makes people think about something that they have to like have meaning behind,
The other thing you want to be careful of is say you get in 50 applications. If you don't have a narrow topic, you don't have anything to compare them by. So somebody could give you a mental health, and then somebody can give you a elderly thing. And so say you pick providing $50 or $500 to paint a mural in a mental health hospital over $500 to paint a mural at a senior care center. Now you're gonna have a group of people that are pissed at you because you didn't pick their project, which happens. But if you have a narrow topic, then you can be like, if it's all murals, we picked this one because of this criteria. So like the more broad you get, the more it's harder to judge who you want to give the money to, I guess. And we can change the first $10,000 is kind of like a pilot program. So if we do well with the money and we're able to organize this well and not drop the ball, then we'll get more money to keep doing this.
And with that being said, I feel like it'd be best to choose something that's not like super far fetched, you know? So we can make sure that we do it like really, really good so that they'll want to give us more money.
Are there any of those ideas that you have that stick out to you?
Would be cool. It's just a lot of money to dedicate to just murals, and I feel like there's already so many murals in Topeka, and that people who wanted to do murals have already kind of done it. Or finding ways to do something.
Putting them in different places, so like we have a bunch down in Odo, we have a bunch downtown, like what if we try to split it out kind of thing?
So do you think murals would fall under Instagrammable locations category?
I like
I
that.
think so.
I feel like it also brings more people. Everyone's like, oh, let's go to KC.
But then I feel like we run into the idea where people are just like, let's hang like streamers from a tree or something.
Well, you get to choose that. So you get to choose who the
But what
mayor is.
if we just get a bunch of applications that are like, let's hang streamers and
Then you decline it.
Well, people are creative.
people are also lazy.
That's true. Let's hope more creative than lazy.
How about you guys on Zoom? What ideas do you guys like? What topics?
What were we thinking for mental health? Because like that's a really hard topic to put like $10,000 to,
Right.
unless we're gonna offer like free therapy for kids.
For murals? What were you talking about? Sorry. I heard murals and then you said. Did you say therapy? I'm confused. Sorry. You the first.
I'm sorry, that was a horrible joke. No, I just don't see how we could spend $10,000 on something towards mental health unless we were gonna like literally offer free therapy to people.
Well, I like the mural thingy though, because like it's gonna stay around for a long time. It's not like we're gonna do $10,000 drawn. It's like gonna stay there. It's gonna have a lasting impact.
I think the Instagram locations is a better idea because the mural fits under that, but it's not just people submitting ideas for murals. That's a lot of money to drop on.
So fun fact with murals, they can fit under any category. Like seriously.
Yeah, see?
Mental health, like
Make a mural.
paint something that's
Innovation, make a mural.
like showing mental health. So if you're really wanting a mural, literally any category can work for you. Yeah.
Like what would be something?
You can paint, or you can one city. I don't remember what city it was. They literally took an alley and painted it pink, and people now fly across the U.S. to go take pictures of it. So that's literally one of them. You can paint or plant a flower garden downtown. You can put up a statue. You can put up a fountain. You can.
Where would we do those things? Like, I don't know anything about downtown Topeka because I don't live down there. But like, are there places that would be good to put?
So we don't have to do it. That's the nice thing about it is that we just hold the money and distribute the money. So we don't actually have to come up with the ideas. If you guys want to apply for it, you can, but it would be open to everybody in Topeka. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, because some of my friends are like crazy good on this stuff.
Right. So basically, the Topeka Community Foundation gives us $10,000 that we have to agree to spend to better Topeka in some way. And that's the only qualifications that they give us. And so as long as we can show them that we are improving Topeka by our topic, that's it. And so $10,000 Instagrammable locations can literally be anything that makes Topeka look good. Or we can do mental health, and then it can be anything that helps mental health in Topeka, whether that be like daycare or more $2,000 towards a psych person at every school, or bringing in a speaker, or like literally the sky's the limit. $10,000 to spend however you want, as long as it benefits Topeka and other people. You have to speak up.
Could we like bring in like one of those traveling museums?
That'd be a proposal.
I don't know if you have to pay.
I feel like the Instagrammable locations would be something that would be good to grab the rest of the youth and Topeka's attention.
Okay.
But
Are there any other topics that you? Yeah. What's up?
Okay, just on that, we can also make them like interactive. Like I remember we were talking about like a walk bridge one time, where you can like walk on it, so we can just like leave your mark on it, I guess.
Okay.
I feel like doing something visual where people see it first and then doing stuff like mental health, which is more, I want to say underground, not really underground, but I don't know how to say it, like doing something visual and then doing something.
Yeah.
So like could we do, I know you talked about like speakers, so like could we like bring, not like from like across the country, but like from like maybe like a different state that's kind of close and like bring them in to like talk?
Yeah, so literally anything you can do, and it's not necessarily that you that has to do it. Because if when we bring this in, youth commissioners will have to apply for the money just like anybody else. And then it'll go through a board that you don't know the name of the person that's gonna get it. Are there any other, so I have Instagrammable and mental health that are the main ones that I've heard. Are there any others that you want to put up for the running?
The teen one, the like trying to get more, I think the social places.
That's part of the Instagram.
Yeah. Are there any other ones besides Instagrammable and mental health?
what if we like collab what he was talking about, like the study? I remember there's like a study spot one. We could collab that with Instagrammable locations and do like a really cool like study spot that's still Instagrammable.
Also thinking $10,000 is a lot of money to go towards like environmental stuff, because that can be expensive.
That's also a lot of money just to put towards Instagram things.
I think you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
It's a broad topic.
It's a really broad topic, yeah.
I think there's a lot of opportunity.
Especially if you build things too.
I feel like I'm not cheap, but I got money.
Yeah, that is a lot of people.
Say what? No, go ahead. You have to speak up.
I'm not gonna say that.
Say it.
No, I'm not gonna say
We word it professionally and say it.
I can't be that professional. I'm not gonna say that.
You guys gotta speak up. That's part of being a meeting. Are there anything else?
That'd be cool.
That's the point. Otherwise, we don't get conversation started. So, what's up?
Yeah, I just feel like $10,000 is a lot of money, and to me, I feel like there's so many more things you could do than just like places for people to take pictures, and it will draw people in, but it's not gonna like, I feel like it won't build Topeka up for people to want to stay, you know. But that's just me.
No, that's a good point.
Can I make a suggestion?
Absolutely.
What if we made like a community greenhouse type of thing?
Greenhouse?
Yeah.
So, go ahead, sorry.
We have a greenhouse at Seaman, and it started, but then couldn't take care of it because of Corona. But I think that'd be really cool to have like a community greenhouse that anybody, like, they could put out free food, you know, whenever stuff is ready. I don't know, just a thought.
Yeah. Does anybody have a cord?
Adding to that greenhouse idea, I think like planting a bunch of fruit trees like in parks would be cool.
So what happens instead of calling it Instagrammable location? Well, what's the word ahead? What happens if we call it?
What if you just did like
Beautification.
Beautification.
Yeah. Because we need publicity, I feel like.
Or like attractions, something to do with attractions, because like a greenhouse could still be an attraction, and then like Instagrammable things could be attractions.
Pop City attractions. How do we feel?
I like that.
Well, like Noto District was kind of like an offshoot of Topeka. I feel like we can create more like cool little spots like that to go. Like maybe like broaden where people go in Topeka. Because I know there's like different, there's like Tony Heights, there's like Seaman, there's like Washburn, but no one those are there. So, we can spread the wealth.
So how do we feel about Topeka attraction? Well, we probably can't call it top city attraction because it's going to be in the county too.
Top city just has a negative connotation.
Do you think it has a negative connotation?
In a way, like people I know use it.
I've always heard it positive.
It's like a ghetto connotation.
So who's good at wordsmithing? Anybody in here good at wordsmithing? Like finding catchy slogans.
What if we said 785 attractions?
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of energy I'm looking for. Okay. All right. How do we feel about 785 attractions?
The only thing is that 785 reaches Manhattan.
Well, screw that.
You know what?
We'll climb that.
Ad Astra's like more Kansas. I don't know what's.
I like the area code thing.
785 attraction. No, don't like it. Like it.
I like it.
How are we feeling about it, Elaine?
I like it a lot.
Is there anything else we need to go over?
I mean, it's kind of simple, but do we want to make it all just for youth? Because she said we could open it up to adults and everything, but I mean, personally, I think we should keep it at youth.
Thoughts? So you can do like an age limit on it, whether you have to be like 14 to 21 or under 21 to make a proposal.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Because I don't want to.
You guys gotta speak up.
I was gonna say they're all gonna die anyway. I mean, it's our future. Yeah. Remember youth, because we're really called the Topeka Youth Commission.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And like Instagram and like we're the ones who find out about weed. That and it's like cool for like Washington University to bring in other students from other states and I'll be like, hey, speak of school, look at all these meals we got. Like, what would make you say? You want your Instagram to be fire? Yeah. Pop it.
Okay, what happens if we name? Sorry, this is gonna get good. What happens if we name it Stay 785? Like the Stay 785 Fund.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like things that would make you want to stay in Topeka.
What would it be for? Like what would it?
785 attractions.
Okay, I know that an often topic between city council was how can we bring youth in and make them stay. So we could probably talk to them, the city council, because I know they've been doing this for like 6-7 years now, trying to figure out how they can make us stay and bring people in. So they might have some ideas.
I can't see enough.
I feel like when it comes to Topeka, you kind of like, it's like half and half kind of thing, like half leave and the half who go up here and like stay. So I feel like the down point is like people aren't coming in from other places as much as they're leaving, if that makes sense. So you like do
We can always do a group me poll real fast and vote on a name.
Okay.
I like this idea though, because like we're the capital city, I feel like we should be more appealing.
Yeah, Kansas City is
Wichita.
We're gonna do
Yeah, everybody's like, well, we're gonna go to Kansas City and all that. Yeah, we're gonna city over the.
We got a
capital. We literally have the capital.
Stay 785 attractions. What else?
Cap City attractions.
What?
Cap City attractions. Or Capital City attractions. Is that already a thing?
Top City? Cap City. I see.
Capital City.
Cap City.
Mission 785.
Mission 785. Anything else? My dad just sent me a link for Life 360. I'm gonna see how that goes. Anything else?
Live 785.
Life
So,
785.
Live 360.
No, that's not it.
Yeah.
Any other names? Going once. There it is. Going once. Going twice. Anybody on Zoom? Xavier just joined in.
Okay. Just a tad bit.
Any, okay. Please go vote.
Yes.
Right now.
Maybe I don't have
can't
enough.
vote 'cause
What?
We're only doing it on person.
Data?
I'm on 3.
Well, I'll keep it open on that.
Okay, yeah. I just listed a whole 2%.
Okay. Vote before tonight though, because I will end it in the morning. Just an FYI, I won't stay up all 24 hours. Okay. Anything else we need to talk about with that? What?
That was good talk.
Yeah, it was. Good job.
Very progressive.
Renee, you're up.
Okay. So can I get a name change on the thing? The name change on like what's on the agenda?
What do you mean?
On the agenda it says like Renee's Drive or something like that.
Renee's Drive.
That's like the, just with that. It'll be in the
It says Renee's Drive. Change it to Feminine Hygiene Drive. Write down on your notes. Okay. So what I had is that I got reached out from 2 juniors at Seaman that said they were working on a project for a club at our school, FCCLA. It's known around the nation, a bunch of chapters, mostly in rural areas, but they're working on a chapter service project, which is like helping help fight the lack of feminine clothing and hygiene products in your community. We are collecting feminine items through December 18th, 2020, and then they list things that they need: bras, sports bras, female underwear, tampons, pads, panty liners. And basically, I kind of promoted it on my Instagram, and it was like, the problem is that many women and young girls in places such as domestic violence centers, foster cares, improvised schools, refugee centers, etc., don't have access to basic necessities such as bras, socks, underwear, and menstrual hygiene products. Basically, they were just asking to get items to be donated, and then all the text. And it was basically saying, basically they're partnering up the two juniors from Seaman. They're partnering up with this national organization, and they're basically asking to like have our help to like have these drives and see what ways we could do it, especially during COVID. And this is like a really long project. Like they have until December to finish collecting stuff. Yeah. They're partnering up with I Support the Girls. They're on Instagram and stuff. And yeah, and they want to get like make drives in Topeka. Yeah. Right now, they're just asking businesses, and what I was thinking is that we could like have like a Zoom meeting with them, like one of the committees or just a group of people that really want to work on this project.
Where are they wanting the stuff donated to?
Right now it's like you can send the stuff into the Seaman High School, and then they're going to be the ones sending it to the national organization.
Cool. Any questions for Renee? So if they're interested in getting involved too, should I reach out to you?
Yeah, unless any of the committee chairs want to take this on.
How long did you say it was going till?
December.
So can we, if we have stuff to donate, can we bring it to you?
Yeah. And I can send that out on Instagram, like the screenshot.
Okay. Cool. Any questions for Renee?
Are they only accepting products, or are they also like accepting money?
I would say sending that to like the national organization would be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you send that to the social media committee, we could probably post it too.
Yeah.
You can always bring money into the TYC. 3 or 4 people can make a short bingo. Cool. Voting coalition. Do we need to talk about that anymore?
No, just I need to help getting onto the email.
Okay, we'll do that after. School supply drive. Do we need to talk about that anymore? Ryan? School supply drive. Do we need to talk about it anymore? Backpack thing.
Oh, why don't we talk about that?
Cool. TYC history. We're gonna make this brief but informative. So if y'all want to grab your binders real quick, or papers as some of you have. I have papers for you, Elaine, whenever I see you. Nothing important, but it's fine. So we need to go over the Youth Commission history real quickly because you guys were supposed to read that one page and I know none of you did. Unless you're an outstanding student and then you probably skimmed it. So towards the back of your binder, before the yellow pages, there should be a one sheet. That looks, it's actually the very last page. Looks like her.
Is it? Oh, that's not it.
You guys have your binder? It's the last page before the yellow page.
Oh.
So it's important that you know where we came from because I think I'm the only founding member left on the Youth Commission. The rest of them have left, which is okay. But as you know, I'm leaving in April when the Youth Commission resets because that'll be the end of my 2-year term. And so it's really important that I get all the information I can to you guys now because it's going to be you leading this. So the Youth Commission, you can take notes if you want, you don't have to, but this is just like really important stuff. So I'm going to hit the highlights for you. The Youth Commission started in 2018 when first disclaimer, if you're going to stay on the Youth Commission and you want to hold an executive spot, you need to know this information because whenever you have meetings with adults, they're going to ask you all of this. Okay, so Youth Commission started in 2018, at the end of 2018, when it was not even called the Youth Commission yet. We were just trying to increase youth engagement. And so Boston, a group called Youth on Boards from Boston, Massachusetts, came in and talked to a whole bunch of people. I think Shema was actually there in the library. If some of you were there, it's been a while, I don't remember. But Youth on Boards talked. Melissa Masoner was a huge part of that, bringing it in. And basically the conversation turned from how can we get youth engaged in the community to how can we have a youth commission really quickly. And it wasn't supposed to do that, but it just kind of happened. And that's what we went with. And so from that conversation, we decided we wanted to have a mayor's youth council. So you see that little piece? Yeah. So that's how it started, was 9 members on the mayor's youth council. And that was going to be the extent of it. And then it kind of dropped off for a little bit. And then when we started back up, we brought in Carolyn Ward. And she really worked with us on, one, researching what youth commissions look like around the city or around the country. And then how can we do that in Topeka? And what do we want to make it look like in Topeka? And so we started the long, very stressful, very taxing process of creating the Youth Commission. Well worth it. And what we decided on was the structure we have now. Okay, so this does not have to be the structure forever. It's just what worked at the time. And so what we have, and you can see this in the top right corner. Do you guys have papers at home, or do you want me to share a screen with you? Yes, no, maybe, so. Share screen or papers?
Share screen.
That's not. Okay. Can you guys see that? Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. Top right, GTP stands for Greater Topeka Partnership. That's where we usually meet. The Greater Topeka Partnership is supposed to do everything for us. They hold all of our money within their foundation. So we are a 501c3 under the Greater Topeka Partnership. Basically what that means is we're a nonprofit, and it gives you tax exemption, which is not important unless you're on the finance committee, in which any donor is going to ask if you're a 501c3, because if you're not, you're probably not going to get money, okay? But we are a 501c3 under the Greater Topeka Partnership. So anytime somebody wants to donate money, it goes to the Greater Topeka Partnership for the Youth Commission. It doesn't come directly to the Youth Commission. We don't have a bank account. The Greater Topeka Partnership does. They are also our website. I wasn't able to pick up your name tags. I'll have them next month, but you all get magnetic name tags. And then they also provide like staffing. So the chair of Forge was recently hired at the Topeka Partnership after a vacancy for a little while. So she is our go-to person at the partnership, okay? Under that is the Youth Commission. So we're under the Greater Topeka Partnership, and our goals are underneath that, being advocacy and engagement, and you need to know those two words, okay? So if somebody asks, what does the Youth Commission do? We advocate and engage youth all around Topeka. Like, that's your answer, okay? And then you obviously know how we're all separated out: local government, outreach, community involvement, okay? I'm not gonna read all these, but you do need to read these on your own. The vision is important because you need to know where the Youth Commission is going, and the goal is really important, and the values. So those three things are probably the most important that you need to know. Yeah, you need to know. So basically we started in March of 2019. So we were a year old when you guys came on the Youth Commission. The Youth Commission will reset this year again in March. So what will happen is at the end of November, we'll start pushing out elections or applications. And then those will close into February. We will have a selection committee made up of all of you guys that will look over them in the month of March, accept people mid to late March at the very latest, and then they will all come on. Sorry, just kidding, that's a lie. We will close applications at the beginning of February. The committee will have until the end of February to review and accept and decline people. And then March is the first meeting for everybody. If you're on the exec team, your last meeting is in April. Okay, it's kind of confusing. So March is when the membership resets, and April is when the exec team resets, because seeing people for the first time and nominating exec team members from just seeing you for 5 minutes doesn't work well. So we bring everybody in March, get to know them for a month, and then do the exec team. Does that make sense? Does anybody have questions? Okay. Engagement and advocacy are super big things. People will, usually in COVID, we have a lot of adult speakers, and you'll go to meetings a lot. And so it is super important that, like, what does the Youth Commission do? Oh, we engage and advocate for youth downtown. I think that's the main thing. That's the main points I wanted to hit. We're really connected in Topeka. It's been hard to see since we've been so much online, but just like Riley, your thing, like we have connections at the Topeka Rescue Mission. We have connections all over Topeka. And so it's really helpful when you're a youth commission member because literally any project you want to do, we can probably find a connection from. Which is super great when you're trying to change things in Topeka. So with that being said, does anybody have questions about the youth commission? The structure or where our goal is or how all that works? No? Okay. Right now I have Lorraine and Renee that are looking to be chairs next year. If anybody else wants to be a chair next year, that's totally fine. Or if you're just kind of on the edge about it, I'd love to have add more people in. But I just have like weekly conversations with you and we start to talk about like what the chair does, how we handle different situations. And we go really in depth into this so that way when you take over the youth commission in April, you'll know everything you need to know and it won't be overwhelming. So if you're interested, please let me know and I will get you plugged into those conversations.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure I know this correctly. Is it, what's like the ending, like what age you have to be to then?
21.
Okay.
Yep. And so if you're 21 in April or in March, I guess, when you would come on and then you turn 22, you just have to be 21 when you start. If you are 21 and up and you're looking to engage somewhere, there's 4 Young Professionals, which is why we went up to 21. And they basically do what the Youth Commission does, but on the young adult professional level. And so you get to meet people, young adults that are starting their career or in college, and they're more event-based, but they do similar things to
So you can go from this and then you have another like step up.
Yep. Yep. That's why we did the Youth Commission.
And then also, I'd like to talk to you about something.
Okay.
It's literally real quick.
Yeah. Any other questions about the Youth Commission? Okay. Any announcements?
So we decided, well, I'm deciding because I've tried too many times and it's just not progressing at all, to not do the Donuts with Cops. If you've heard about that, it's just, I've called Bill Cochran, the chief of police, so many times and he was like, oh yeah, I'll send you this guy's email, and I've waited for it for the past week. So I'm just like, you know what, we're just not going to do that. So if there's anything else you'd like to do with the police, I can try and do something, but.
Try following up one more time after tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try one more time, but if there's just nothing, since I've been trying to do this for a while, I'm just gonna call it quits on that. So, if you like really, really want it to happen, let me know now, and like I'll get on it. I'll be like, I need that email right now. So just let me know if you really want it to happen. Okay.
Call him and have him give you the email right there.
Okay. Okay.
Announcement. Tomorrow's city council meeting will be a fun one to go to.
Why?
They're just discussing like a lot of police things. So I'm not saying fun in a sarcastic way. Like literally, if you enjoy being involved in there's some city council meetings that you sit there and you want to fall asleep, and then there's some that you're like eating popcorn, watching them debate. Tomorrow's going to be an eating popcorn kind of thing.
My mom used to take me to ways to fall asleep in the chairs.
Any other announcements?
The involvement committee is having a meeting on September 6th at 7.
Calendar invite.
Yes, I'm gonna announce it.
If you have, yeah.
Is there anybody that is here tonight that would be willing to help with the mask video like right after this? It'll take like 30 seconds per. I can help you.
Okay. I can help.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Can you change my email? I'll give you it. And please change my email to send me all that stuff.
Yeah, just text me. If you guys want a different email, just email me or text me. Or I can copy and paste.
Where are the ribbons?
Women's suffrage. So women do not have the right to vote for a hot second. And so this year is the 150th or 100th? 100th anniversary of women having the right to vote. And so these ribbons, Angel Zimmerman, who's off building we're in, she owns this law firm, and she is a really big advocate for women's rights and women's suffrage. That whole mural out there, the B mural, that's what it's about. And so these are the colors for women's suffrage. And so she was nice enough to give us all those little bookmarks and a ribbon. So they just fold, and you can make a ribbon for the 150th anniversary of women's suffrage. Or 100, not 150. That's in 50. Any other questions? I have masks for all of you. Oh, who is the winner of the
The bingo goes to Shay, Riley, and Elaine. Ooh, congratulations.
I have a large. I have one medium and two larges. I'm putting them up here and you can fight for it. Go. Yeah.
Is there anything happening with merchandise? Is there anything happening with merchandise? Or is that-
That's what we're.
Merchandise?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Isn't that what we're working on?
Yeah, Elaine talked about that earlier. We're working on it. That's the cloud ash. I also have face masks for all of you.
Oh my gosh. God bless.
These are from League Day with the city. So, yeah. Merry Christmas. Sorry, Zoom people.
They might go.
I have a few extra.
Over here, it's really crazy. You can like see your like lips and nose, and it scares me. I hate it. I'm gonna fall out. The weather to practice this. It's just not really showing me. Well, he is a big Read.
Remember the jacket that was for you last night?
I know. Does anybody else want another one? Anybody else want another one? Okay. Anything else before we go? Let's be communicative and do our jobs, okay? Woo! Hi guys, you guys can leave.
Do you want to get a meeting? Is adjourned.
What do you mean?
For Instagram.
No.
Bye guys. Or for the drafted papers you have for me. Or do you want it for the newsletter?
If you guys can, even if you don't use the TYC masks, if you can just take a picture with them on so we can thank the city with you. It'll be in a collage, so your face won't be huge. It'll be like a, these are just for when we actually start having meetings with adults. This is gonna be the-
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, can we take out the pictures of friends?
Pictures with that.
Yeah, with like ours on, like. So also. I've been reading that series. And I still want to do a little bit more, but I was wondering if you could, I don't know if there's any organizations or nonprofits or whatever in this city, but I want to get like data and like graphs to make sure it's something that maybe I could actually do something.
Yeah, I actually.
But I wanted you to say because I didn't know you could probably work with each other about it. But.
Yeah, I actually have a few contacts that you could speak with that work human trafficking cases. Could that be something we add onto that on one of our lists?
Yeah.
I forgot to add the TCYC to it.
I've been thinking about this the entire meeting, so that's why I wasn't like pitching in on stuff.
No, you're fine. I actually do have a contact that works with human trafficking in Topeka, so I will connect you to.
Yeah, it's kind of in the beginning stages. I don't know what I'd really do, but I want to do something. I'm just trying to figure it out.
So some ideas you could do with that is
Bye, guys.
the tips and tricks